Welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter Stefanatos, an agent with Compass on the main line, serving the Philly suburbs. And today we're going to be talking about the most frequently asked questions from sellers about selling their home within Philadelphia suburbs. From timing the market, preparing your home for sale, pricing strategies, and negotiation tips. Whether you're in Montgomery, Delaware, Bucks, this guide will help you understand today's market, how to attract strong buyers, and how to maximize your sale price. By the end, you'll know what steps to take and how to sell with confidence. So let's get into it. Question number one, what's the market like right now in the Philadelphia suburbs? As of spring 2025, inventory still remains tight, especially in areas with a great school district and close commute to Philly, like the main line. Homes that are priced properly and in move-in ready condition are still selling very quickly, sometimes in under 2 weeks, and over asking, with the average home within the Philadelphia suburbs selling within around 22 days as of April's last report. Buyer demand is still really strong, even though interest rates are still pretty high, hovering around that 6.4 to 6.75 range. Rates, fluctuate greatly due to the environment we're in right now. But the takeaway is it's still a very good time to sell if your home is especially move-in ready and you're pricing it properly. We'll get into some mistakes when pricing your home improperly and how that can actually cost you tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more. Question number two, how do I know what my home is worth? The best way is through a comparative market analysis, also called a CMA. You've probably heard agents say that before. Specifically done from a local agent like myself. It compares your home to similar properties within the vicinity that have recently sold. Key factors that are going to influence your property price is obviously square footage, condition and updates made, and quality of those updates, lot size, location, school district, and town. And keeping this range for comparable properties around half a mile to a mile is typically what I try to do, because you don't want to go too far out. And you want to be careful with online estimates like Zillow. For example, I live in Villanova and have grown up there. My neighbor's house, the Zillow estimate was around $850,000, but it sold for $1.7 million. So you don't always want to trust the Zillow estimates because it can be way off. Again, you want to rely on a CMA from a local agent. I'll have my information down below where you guys can apply for a free CMA of your property if you'd like me to do one for you. It's not a bother at all. I also have my number on screen. Send me a text, email. I'll prepare one real quick for you guys, so you have a ballpark of where your property price sits. Question number three, this is a big one. Should I make repairs or sell as is? There is a massive ROI on fixing repairs. There is something to be said about buyers that come into a house and they see a laundry list full of things that they have to do once they buy the house, and it automatically just turns them away from the property. If there is a long list of repairs that your home has to undergo, get them all done by possibly the same contractor or same company so they can kind of give you a discount rate. Because the last thing a lot of buyers, they don't want to have to bother with all these repairs when they're buying the house. They want everything to already be ready, fixed, ready to go. A lot of people don't want to get into a property where there is so many small repairs to do, or even a couple massive ones. If there is a material defect you would disclose on the seller's disclosure of your property, you'd still disclose it, but you want to be able to say fully remediated and repaired, no issues since afterwards. Yeah, there was a leak in the basement, but it was completely remediated. We had contractors come out, dig down and reseal the exterior of the basement underground. That gives a buyer like, oh, okay, so they had a leak, but they fully fixed it and it shouldn't happen again. It hasn't happened again. You want to market your home in the best light possible. Their mind can wander, home purchases are a big deal and people will grab onto a couple things and come to their own conclusion. So same thing if you're looking to sell your car, you should wash it beforehand. It's kind of the same exact mentality there. You want it to look the best that it can. Now, if your home, you want to do an as-is sale or it needs significant work, that's a different story if you're catering towards someone who will be doing a complete gut renovation, or an investor that will possibly come in and just completely redo the entire house. Selling as is, in that situation, perfectly makes sense. It's just you won't get the most bang for your buck. Question number four, do I need to stage my home before I sell it? Staging makes a huge difference in the suburbs where buyers want move-in ready. Not only do buyers like the option to be able to come into a house and say, okay, yeah, I want this furniture piece to stay, this to stay, this to stay. But a lot of buyers have trouble picturing what the house would look like, when it's empty. I actually just came from an open house in Gladwin, and the home in the pictures was fully staged, and it was gorgeous. There was artwork, sofas, TVs, plants and stuff, and the home looks stunning. So a lot of people see the online photos and they come through. But they get to the house and it's completely gutted, like empty. And it's an absolute, complete different home for when it's fully decorated and staged properly to when it's completely gutted. And a lot of buyers that are coming into this home can't imagine themselves what they would do with certain spaces. But when the furniture is there and it's well staged, it can make someone go from, I don't know how I'd really use this space, to, oh, I absolutely love this. And they like the home more just because there's a bit of furniture in a room. So yes, it goes a long way. We see that professionally staged homes sell 5 to 10% faster and for more money than comparable properties that have not been properly staged. And especially for online photos. Online photos, you need to make them absolutely gorgeous. We have a professional camera company that comes out, take drone shots, inside shots, and there's even virtual staging where you can say you have a completely gutted home. We're able to take pictures and virtually stage it so that online, at least, it looks much nicer, which will attract more people inside the house than if it wasn't virtually staged. And it can go a long way. Question number 5, what about photos, videos, and marketing? High quality visuals, in my opinion, are non-negotiable, especially in today's market. Professional photography attracts many more views online. Video tours and drone footage also attract more serious buyers to come out to the property. And for those that might be out of state, it gives them a great chance to see if they actually should consider the property. Social media marketing and brokerage marketing can expose your listings to thousands of more people. I'm not sure if you guys have been on the channel very long. My last listing we sold just a little bit ago. We listed it at 1.2 million. We ended up selling it in 3 days for 1.3 million. And a large help to that was the video tour that we did online. Everyone who came through, they scanned a little QR code and they were able to watch this video tour when they went home after the open house. That video, I think, got a little over 3,500 views. And that's just additional exposure to the area. And me and my team, we cover all of that. Question number 6, what cost should I expect when selling? Agent commission, typically 5 to 6% is charged for agent commissions, which is split in half between the selling broker and the buying broker. You also have transfer taxes, which are around 2%, which are typically divided between buyer and seller. So think 1% comes from the seller there. Then there are title fees and attorney if you are using one, which can range from $1,500 to $2,000, depending on the price point. Then there are obviously the variable ones like staging and repairs if you're going to be making any. And at least with my team, our professional photography team and social media is all done for free. You know, whenever we take on a listing, that's just one of the items you get within our package. So basically take that 5%, add another 1% for the transfer tax. So give or take 6 to 7% is what it's going to cost you to sell your home within the Philadelphia suburbs across the board, pretty much with every agent, when including half the transfer tax and the 5 to 6% commission. Question number 7, how long will it take to sell my home? This all depends on your town, price point, and how well the home shows. For example, in hot neighborhoods like Gladwin, Villanova, Ardmore, well-prepared and priced homes can sell in under 10 days. In price points a bit higher, say 2.5 and up, it can take a bit longer, from 30 to 60 days. But with proper pricing and marketing, we'll maximize your timeline and sales price. And our last most commonly asked question, what if I need to buy and sell at the same time? This is very common and I'll help you coordinate both sides. Having a contingency within your offer that buying your next home is contingent upon your current residence selling. Now we're in a very competitive market where these types of contingencies do not work out. And option number 2 is we don't have a home sale contingency. So what would that timeline look like? The Ardmore buyer selects a 75-day closing, right? A settlement date. So it gives the Ardmore family 75 days to sell their home. It's one or the other, home sale contingency or let's push the settlement date back to give us ample time to list our property and sell it. Now, I would also be able to tell you how quickly we believe we'll be able to sell your home by running a CMA and seeing, what's going on with the neighbors and just that area in general and the market for your specific spec house and how that sells within your area. Now, there is a little bit of risk with this strategy, but in such a competitive market that we are in, it is a way to get around that home sale contingency, which scares off a lot of sellers from accepting an offer. Because a home sale contingency literally gives the buyer the option to just back out if their home doesn't sell. It always gives them a safety exit. And that's why a lot of sellers don't go for it. So that's one way to get around home sale contingency. Do I recommend it? No, because there is some risk there, but the level of risk depends on your home and how quickly we believe we can sell it. And especially with main line, you can do things like this and it's not that big of a deal. due to homes selling so quickly. But I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, let me know down below. I'll also have my number on screen. Feel free to send me a text, give me a call, and I can walk you through an exact example of what this might look like for you. Also, another option is bridge loan or HELOCs to help you purchase first without needing that immediate equity from your house. I'll actually take you through an exact example that's actually happening with one of my listings. I'm helping a family. They're in the $1 million range and their home currently is $800,000. Now, they want equity from the home that they live in now to buy the new one, right? But we've already missed out on 2 homes that they'd like. We were outbid, but if we even had a home sale contingency in those offers, we wouldn't even have stood a chance. So we've removed the home sale contingency, but we're giving ourselves a lot of space with the settlement dates. So we have plenty of time to sell their home. And we're confident we can sell their home in under 30 days because 2 of the neighbors' homes just sold in under 2 weeks. And they're all pretty much the same exact house. They're all cookie cutter and they pretty much look the same. So we know, okay, 2 of the neighbors' homes just sold for the exact same price in pretty much the same time period. So we're confident we could have a similar result with your home. So we don't need to do a home sale contingency because we believe we can sell it fairly quickly. Now, again, that opens you up to some risk. You know, what if the worst case scenario is you actually can't sell that house and you're on the hook for paying for the new home without equity from your old home? That is the worst case scenario. Obviously, I'd want you to know of these risks. But we have not seen a situation like that. We can typically see how long it's going to take to sell a home, especially in today's market where homes are just going right away. Another plan of action is getting a mortgage for the entire amount of your new home, obviously, if you're able to. We have a great lender that's able to get us pre-approvals in under 2 days and mortgage commitment letters in under 10 days, which is extremely attractive to many offers when we're submitting offers. Our lender is absolutely fantastic. We have a long-standing relationship and they're always taking care of my clients. So that's also what some families will do is they'll get one large mortgage for the new home, not have a home sale contingency. And then once their old home does sell eventually, they just take that equity and pour it into their new mortgage. So those are the 3 options you have. So you have the bridge loan, you have the home sale contingency, you have the no home sale contingency, and then just a larger mortgage until you sell your old home to funnel that back into the new mortgage. Those are typically the strategies that we will deploy depending on the buyer's finances and their exact situation. Now, I'm hoping that this video gave you a lot of insight and made you feel a little bit better about the home sale process within the Philadelphia suburbs. Again, if you have any questions, I'll leave my number on the screen and my email. Feel free to call, text me anytime. If you want to see how much your home is worth, there's a link down below to see the accurate estimate of your home. It's not a Zillow estimate. And if you would like to work together, there's another link down below that'll get us in touch, asking you guys for some basic information. Thanks so much. It's been Peter Stefanatos with Compass. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.